Hey guys, welcome back to our channel and welcome to another episode of Love, Inspire and Grow with the Deceased family. So guys, thanks for being part of us and thank you for clicking to this video. So today we are continuing with our Power of Hope series, episode 2. And if you didn't watch our episode 1 on our Power of Hope, kindly go and watch it so that you can know where we are.
It's a continuation.
Yeah, it's a continuation.
Yeah.
And today we are going to talk about our pregnancy and birth story.
Yes.
And it will be in 2 bits, in 2 parts.
Yeah.
And so the first part, which is today's part, we are going to talk about the pregnancy journey.
Yeah.
How the journey was and our experiences.
Yeah.
And maybe some lessons.
Yeah.
But
and how we discovered we were pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
But we are giving this story not because we are the first people to go through it, but we want to give somebody hope.
Yeah.
About this journey. It is not an easy journey, and each person has his or her own experience in it. Yes. So we are giving our own experience to
give hope to somebody.
Yeah.
Maybe someone who is not even believing in themselves, because some people don't believe.
Yeah.
It's not normal to just go through something and how do I put it? And you believe in yourself all through. Yeah?
Yeah, that everything is possible.
Yeah, everything is possible.
With God,
yeah,
everything is possible.
And you are giving these stories to just tell someone out there, no matter what people are saying about you, no matter the sickness, yeah, no matter the challenges you are facing, as long as you are awake today,
yeah,
as long as you wake up every morning, there's still something you can do, and you got that day because God got you.
There's hope.
There's hope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so that's our story, and we are going to tell it as it was. So the pregnancy journey.
Yeah, guys, the pregnancy journey. How did you start? Definitely, you start by discovering you're pregnant. Yeah. Okay. By getting pregnant. So if you didn't watch the episode 1, as he has said, or Power of Hope series, we are doing season 1 now. We are in episode 2. This is episode 2.
Yeah, this is episode 2.
If you didn't watch episode 1, kindly go back and how long it took us and what we went through before we got pregnant.
Yeah.
Yes, and that was the end of episode 1, before we got pregnant. And now we got pregnant. How did you know you were pregnant, babe? Let me ask you that, because at least you know. I was the one who got pregnant, yes.
Yeah.
But at least you know how did you know that you were pregnant?
Okay. First, on my side, I had my instinct were telling me that we are pregnant.
Before even your instinct told you are pregnant. Were we the first ones? We were not the first ones guys know that we were pregnant.
Yeah, we were not the first ones.
We didn't even know that we were pregnant ourselves. Yeah. But our gyna did.
Yeah, he knew.
Yeah.
And okay, there are some things that you can observe.
Yeah.
Because we know about the pregnancy journeys, and so there are those things that the missing of periods, the morning sicknesses, and so forth. So for me, there were some signs that I was looking at you, and I kept silent on them and waited for maybe a confirmation from you.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I waited for a confirmation from you.
Yeah.
And when now you broke the news to me that we are pregnant, I was like, are you?
Wait, let me cut you short first. This, as we have said, personally, as the lady or the woman of the house, I didn't know I was pregnant. I remember we went to the gyna for a checkup because of what I was going through.
Yeah.
Go watch episode 1 again. I had an issue, and so I went in for a checkup, and the gyna said, Esther, the way I'm seeing you, you're not. Asemaje, hauko peke yako, sikuoni vizuri. Esther, sikuoni vizuri. And I was like, what are you even talking about? I'm here for a checkup. And he said, it's okay, just after we are done, because it was not something practical. We were just talking, telling him what was going on and how I was. After we had met, was it 2 weeks before?
Yeah, we were at the hospital 2 weeks before.
Yeah.
Now we went for a checkup. Now, and that's when he was telling you, he was trying to observe how we are doing.
Yeah, he was trying to observe me. Then, he comes and says, I skoni vizuri. I'm like, what do you just mean? And then he's like, weka tu hapo. But mimi venakuona wewe, hauko peke yako. And guys, at that point, I wasn't sure what he really meant.
Yeah.
Because I didn't feel like I was pregnant myself. Yes, periods zangu zilikuwa zimechelewa simply because I had an issue, and so everything was so confusing. The periods were coming sometimes they were 2 months, so I didn't even know.
Yeah.
So from then, when I came back home after 1 week, at this time we were meeting the doctor, the gyna, we were 4 weeks pregnant already. We didn't know. We had no idea.
Yeah.
We had no idea. So I came home, and then after 1 week, I remember one evening you came from work.
Yeah.
I was at home, and then we decided to take a walk. Yeah. And as we were walking, I was still waiting for my periods. Yeah. As we were walking, I felt this, do I call a fluid or a liquid coming? And I could feel my underwears were wet. I remember telling you, I don't know what is going on. But when I came home and I observed what was going on, I thought it was the, what do we call it? The discharge that comes out first. At times you can get a discharge or you don't know. At first you can get a discharge before your period. So I thought that was the discharge, and I stayed. But after 2 days, the discharge was not changing. Now the color was different. I remember now going online to know what is going on with my body. Why do I have this discharge? Which was, the color was, I can say, brownish. And now, when I was reading online, that's when I got an idea. Maybe it was implantation bleeding. Yes, that means I could be pregnant. So I decided to step out and get a pregnancy kit without telling him.
Yeah.
I was like, I first want to be sure myself before trying to excite someone else with something that is not even there. So I decided I'm not going to tell him, I'm going to do it my own way. So I stepped out. I remember I wasn't sure, but I just locked the door and went out the chemist, got the small pregnancy kit, the one for 50 bob. Yeah. Tested. It was not clear. So I decided, let me take another one tomorrow. I didn't tell you. But when you came home, I was like, should I keep quiet? Should I say it? But I decided God was so good to me that He gave me that favor and grace not to even speak. I remember sleeping at night telling God, oh God, I hope to be positive. So the next day, I didn't do it in the morning. I said, let me do it after maybe 12 hours. So again, I went back before you came in. You always came home at around 5.
Yeah.
So I decided by around 3, 4, I do another test. Mind you, I had bought 2 pregnancy kits the previous day. So I used only one.
Yeah.
And people say that you try to test it in the morning before you take another liquid. It's going to be more clear. So I didn't do it in the morning. I did it later after 12 hours. So around 3:30, I repeated the test. And this time it was clear that I was pregnant. I remember it was on a Tuesday.
You see, when you were taking this walk before you did the test, there's something that was running in my mind. what is this that you are not telling me? That your periods are not coming, you don't have a, you're not complaining they are late there, and
it's because I was going through the issue of bleeding before. So for me, I wasn't sure that the periods are going to come.
So that I had it in my mind that there's something unusual. There's something
that's going on. But I always hear that men also, they can feel it.
But I didn't question, I didn't ask you.
Yeah.
And so I said I will wait until I see.
Yeah.
So now the second test.
Now that was on a Tuesday, and now the results are very, very clear. And I was like, no, when I tell this guy I'm pregnant on a Tuesday, he's going to be too excited. He's not going to go to work tomorrow. Maybe he's going to lie to his boss. Something came out. So I decided, no, the job is as important as my pregnancy. So I'm going to keep quiet. And I remember on that Tuesday, I couldn't even sleep. I was just so happy. Imagine on Tuesday, on Wednesday. Yeah. So on Tuesday, I decided I'm going to inform him on Friday. So if he's not going to be going to work on Saturday, it's okay because it's half day. So I decided I'm going to do it on Friday. So on Tuesday night, imagine, Wednesday in the morning, and this guy you're holding hands on is going to work and praying, but you're not telling him the truth. So on Wednesday, now come Thursday, I decided the way I'm going to tell you the news, I'm not just going to come and tell you, oh babe, I'm pregnant. I'm going to buy something so that I can surprise you with the news. It's how you're going to react. So on Thursday, I remember I left to go to town. I needed to get something, maybe like an outfit for a baby. At this time, I don't know if it's a boy or a girl. But before that, hey, let me tell you, I had dreamt having a boy.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm going to buy something relating to a boy. So I bought what was it? It was a blue kofia.
Yeah, a blue hat.
A blue hat for the baby.
Yeah. So
I went to town. I remember it was Cool Kids. I tried to inquire and ask Madam, what can I surprise? I didn't say I was the one. I said my friend was surprising the boyfriend that she was pregnant.
And then you call me when you are in town.
She needed something to surprise her husband.
You call me when you are in town and told me that you're in town. And I asked you, but you didn't tell me that you have plans to go to town.
But I always went to town. I so many things to do in town.
Yeah, but you always informed.
Yeah.
But that day, you had not told me about any plans to go to town.
Yeah.
And okay, I said it's okay.
Because I knew you were going to tell me, can I pick you up on my way back home? So I didn't want you to pick me up because maybe that was the time I was getting to town because of the jam that is usually there in the evening. So I decided, I'm not going to tell you. Let me just go to town on my way and come back. Then you're going to meet at home.
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah.
So I went to town, I bought the blue hat, I came back home. Again, I came earlier.
Yeah, you came earlier.
Yeah. I got home and then I had to prepare. In town also, I bought the other kit. This time, not the smaller one. A pregnancy kit. There's another one which is bigger that shows, how do I call it? The smaller one, you dip it inside the urine. But the bigger one, you put drops of urine. There's a place where you put drops. And it shows you pregnancy. It writes their pregnancy. Pregnancy, you're pregnant. Yeah, it's positive. So this time I bought the bigger kit and I bought the hat. Yes. And when I came home, did I test? No. I tested later after I told you. Yeah. So now when you came in, I had all the plans to surprise you. And that's what I did. So how, guys, I have a video of how I surprised him, the pregnancy news.
First, you served me a meal, and I was okay. That day I was so tired.
It was not even a meal. You're the one who came in with fries. I remember chips, smoky, all those. And
while I was taking them, you told me that you have something.
I have something for you.
Yeah. Yes. And you are not supposed to open it just anyway. And I was curious, what kind of a gift is this?
And he started saying it's a mask because Corona had already started.
Yeah, it was during those early days of Corona.
Yeah.
COVID. And so I was so curious, what is this? And then you broke the news to me.
I gave you. Okay, guys, watch this video, Kwanzaa.
Yeah.
This is how I surprised him with a pregnancy. It's not pregnancy, then it's pregnancy. You know what I'm saying? So watch this, guys. Then we get back. Hey, baby, have a gift for you. Here it is. Kindly be careful with it.
Okay.
I can't wait for you to see inside. Don't look at the label. Just put your hand inside and get what is there.
What is it?
Just look at it. What do you think?
Oh, a heart. Daddy loves me.
Yes. What do you think?
It's cute.
You said we start buying these days. That's why I bought that one. I bought that one for you.
For real?
Yeah, for real. For real.
It's cute.
Thank you. Daddy loves me.
Yeah.
Daddy loves me.
What do you mean?
Daddy loves me. And with that, babe, we are pregnant. Yes, we are pregnant, babe. Now, we hope you have watched it. What do you think? Did I do it well, guys? I'm the best. Oh, I don't know. It was my first time to surprise somebody. So I hope I tried.
And those were my good news, my best news.
How did you feel?
It was such an awesome moment.
Remember you hugged me?
Yeah.
You almost cried. But you didn't cry. I'm not going to tell you cried. He didn't.
They have seen the video.
You didn't cry. They haven't seen your face. You just came and hugged me. So
that was my one of my best moments.
yeah.
And I remember after that we prayed and we gave thanks.
Yeah, we gave thanks to
because it wasn't something usual, something common.
Yeah.
To us it was such a big miracle because we prayed for it, we waited for it, and then it came to be.
Yes, our baby is a baby we prayed for, guys.
Yeah.
We prayed for him. Yes, and we felt it's a prayer that was answered by God.
Yeah.
Himself, not sending other people, the angels.
Yeah.
Himself answered our prayer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then from that we had an appointment with the gynae.
In fact, we didn't inform him.
Yeah,
we went immediately on that Saturday.
Yeah.
After I informed him that we were pregnant on Thursday. He went to work on Friday. Guys, I wasn't able to wait on Friday, so I did it on Thursday.
Yeah, she did it up to Friday.
I did it on Thursday.
Yeah.
Then he went to work on Friday, and this time, everything changes. Oh, how are you? How are you doing? Hi, guys. We're just 5 weeks pregnant, so. We went to the gynae on Saturday.
Yeah.
So that's when he confirmed we were 5 weeks pregnant.
Yeah. He told us that we are 5 weeks pregnant.
Yes, he confirmed. And he was so happy for us as well.
Yeah.
And now the journey began.
And
guys.
That was not the journey.
Now the journey began. Our pregnancy journey, I can say, was a real journey.
It wasn't something easy.
It wasn't easy.
Yeah.
I can say the grace of God was sufficient all along. When I think about everything I went through when I was pregnant, and now that I can see my baby here, guys, let's now start on the experiences.
Yeah.
How it all started. Now we discovered we were pregnant at 5 weeks.
At 5 weeks, yeah. Immediately
we discovered we were pregnant on For you, it was on that day.
Mm-hmm.
We went to the guy now, we got all the supplements. Because of what I had gone through, I needed the supplements. I got the supplements and I was taking them. The following week, when I turned 6 weeks pregnant, I remember I went to town again.
Yeah, we went to town.
I went to town. I went to I guess I was just doing some things in town, some businesses. And I came back so well, and we were just laughing. I remember we were just catching up, laughing. I don't know what we were watching. And I had, they call it's not liquid. I just felt I was wet. Yeah, my underpants were wet. My underwears were wet. And just going to the washroom to check what was going on. What was happening.
You saw some bleeding.
Yes, I was bleeding. Like, ile unaona damu uko like, what is going on? I can't have my periods.
Well, yeah, you have been confirmed that
I'm pregnant.
Yeah.
So I remember I panicked. It was late. It was around 12 a.m.
Yeah.
It was. I remember we were watching a movie and we were just laughing. Still
Yeah.
And this time, I didn't know what to do. I remember we just called our caretaker.
Yeah.
The car was in the parking. It was not. We don't park our car where we live. Eh?
Yeah, it was in the parking. So we called the caretaker so he could give us direction. Remember this time, there are the COVID rules that you are not supposed to leave from 8 to 4. That time,
was 8 or 9?
The curfew was 9.
Yeah.
From 9 p.m. to 4 a.m.
And the first thing we did was to call 911.
Yeah, we call 911.
So that we can ask them, what do we even do?
Yeah.
We are pregnant, we got this issue. And the lady was so caring and advised me to just go to any hospital. It is not good that I'm bleeding and I'm pregnant at 6 weeks. And she inquired whether we had a car or they can send an ambulance at a cost. They said it was near Thika Road. And we told her that we had a car, and then said, when you are going on the road and we meet these askaris on the road,
just tell them that you called
us. And show them that you called us on your call log. And now we had to step out. And this time I was panicking. I was telling God, you can just give us this best news after whatever was happening. Then egg the good news here. Please, God, save our baby. You feel the pain of a mom.
Yeah.
Someone who has been praying for a baby, who has been sick, struggled for some months to be pregnant, and now you're pregnant. And now at 6 weeks, this just started.
Even you don't know how the journey is, but something has happened before you start even the journey.
I thank God we got our gynae along the way, and at this time we called him.
Yeah.
And he said, just go to the nearest hospital. This is not good for you. How much is the blood? And then we told him, we said, it is not good. Go to the hospital, and when you get there, let me talk to them and know the medication you are going to be given.
Yeah.
They cannot just go to be given any medication. Guys, there's something that is going on in so many hospitals. When you walk into a hospital and you're pregnant and you're bleeding, they start giving you medicines. You end up even miscarrying your baby.
Yeah, before even you know it, the baby is out. So it's good to, it's not a privilege to go to good hospitals. And there are other times that you're not even able to judge the good hospitals and the bad hospitals.
So it's our right. We should, it's our right that we should be treated well, but it's not happening.
And that doesn't, it rarely happens.
Yeah. So you said that you can just go into a hospital, then they give you medication. I have to control the whole thing. So when we got there, we called him, and then we gave was it the nurse or the pharmacist or whoever, the phone, and they talked. And then he said, this is a medication you're going to give her so that they can keep her till morning. Because where we live and where the hospital is, it was a bit far away. We couldn't get there at around 1 a.m. in the morning, in the night. And guys, when you're going to any hospital, when they treat you badly, can you speak out? I remember when we went to the hospital, they needed to do a scan at 6 weeks. So I needed to take a lot of water. And hey, I took like 8 glasses of water
At a go.
So that my bladder can be filled. Then they do the scan from, I don't know. So when they were trying to do the scan, and they did the scan after I got so stressed. I took a lot of water. The guy was just sleeping.
Yeah.
Mind you, it is not even a public hospital. It was a mission hospital. I won't mention the name.
It is a mission community hospital.
Yes. The guy was just sleeping. They are trying to wake him up with the caretaker.
Yeah.
Oh, God bless that guy. They are trying to wake him up, and I'm just there. I was sweating. So finally, they tried to do the scan. He didn't see anything. So I was given the medication, and in the morning we went to see the gyna. And now the gyna explained the whole thing and why the medication I was given. And now from there, to just rush the story, bed rest. At 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Esther, you can't work.
The only thing that you're supposed to work with is a spoon, a cup, and a remote.
Yeah, it was remote, plate, spoon, and cup.
Yeah.
Simple. Just sleep. Go shower slowly. Don't try to struggle a lot.
Yeah.
Don't lift anything. So from 6 weeks, hey, I couldn't go anywhere. And that was the last time I went to town.
Yeah, using the public means.
Using the public means, and also even going around. I have never gone back to town. 2 years.
Yeah, it's almost 2 years.
Guys.
Yeah.
Bed rest at 6 weeks. Can you give the rest of the experiences because you are there all along?
So, we are here now. There's a story that we'll give later about we and nannies. So,
yes, nannies.
we are there, just the two of us.
Managers.
And she's at bed rest, and I'm supposed to be working. So
from 5 to 4. 5 in the morning.
5 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Yeah.
And well, it wasn't an easy journey. It wasn't easy at all because I had to take care of her before I go to work, and after work I have to come early and check how she is doing, keeping in touch during the day.
Sure.
And the grace of God is sufficient.
Sufficient indeed.
Because all through we saw his heart and his dreams.
Any guys, let me tell you, Mungu akisema nimekubariki and I'm here for you. Even if they do what, waombe wapi hata ikuacha.
Yeah.
We saw God through all this, but I want you to explain the things to do so that guys out there can know it's not a privilege for you to take care of your wife. It's a responsibility.
There comes those times whereby you have to now step in to who you are supposed to be.
Yeah.
As a man, you are supposed to take care of your family, to be responsible for them.
Yeah.
And in those morning hours, she can't cook. She can't wash anything. She's supposed to just sleep, take a bed rest. Otherwise, if she did something, she could end up
miscarriaging.
Yeah.
Miscarriaging her baby.
And so I could wake up, make her breakfast, lunch, and leave everything ready for her. Something that will keep her up to the time that
You're going to be back home.
I'm going to be back home.
Yeah.
And I remember there were other times that we could wake up at 3 or 4, and then there is an issue. We have to call the gyna. And to our surprise, he could pick our calls and
direct us on to
yeah.
So guys, typically, I'm sorry for cutting you short. I want this story to be not so long. So guys, to cut the whole story short, the long story short. So I'm giving bed rest. My husband here is the one who's supposed to cook. I'm saying he's the one who's supposed to cook because we saw there was no need of bringing someone else in the house.
Yeah.
And then they start giving me stress. I didn't need any stress because you know when you have house managers, some of them you have to keep telling them what to do.
Yeah.
But you're going to tell me why we don't have one. why we didn't have, because we have a reason. So we saw it's not good to bring someone else in and just keep giving me stress. Then it was not, I wasn't supposed to be stressed.
Yeah, that was one of the rules.
So guys, I started bleeding at 6 weeks. To carry it forward, I could bleed after every week. Yeah, bed rest all the way to 22 weeks. All through. I wasn't supposed to cook. I was supposed to sleep, watch, eat and drink.
And if she did a mistake of now assuming that those rules,
that I was okay,
then she is okay, she could go back to bleeding,
even bending. Hata kuinama kidogo hivi ilikuwa issue. Nikinama kidogo utasikia after a day mtoto wenyewe tena. So at some point I had to just follow the rules I was given by our gyna, because I really wanted to save our baby, and I was praying to God to help me through this, and surely God did. So at 22 weeks we were told, as long as our baby will be more than 6 weeks, don't worry, the baby will be safe. So at 22 weeks I was okay, I wasn't bleeding anymore. So I got 22 weeks, and I guess at that time the stress was not as much.
It wasn't as much.
I could even go to work. I could even take a camera, go shoot the events sometimes. And I remember now, I went to, how many events were they? Because I remember us going to Kereta, team building.
We went to several events.
And I could work that time. I was working. I started working. Yes, up to, again, a certain point. What happened?
This time we went to Shags.
Oh, yeah, we had a barrier.
And then when you are coming back, we had a very good journey too. We are talking about 4 hours journey. And then we spent the day there, and then we are coming back.
And I had to go to this to this barrio, not because I had to, like, I just felt I needed to be out of the house. Because again, I had been confined in the house for some time. So we felt, the two of us, because we talked about it. So many people are against it, I remember. And we decided, nipo hata wewe uende mahali, because after maybe you get a baby, you're not going to travel for some time. And
furthermore, God knows everything. So we put our problems to God. Regardless of how people said about it or talked about it, we had our comfort in God, and we said that if it is going to happen, God has it.
And again, we were saying, because it's you who is driving, you are going to be careful. And when we went to the guy and we asked him, can she travel? You're the one who was asking, can she travel now? And the guy says, if it's not by air, it's okay. By road, she can travel. But by air, I can't allow her to go anywhere. So so by road, it's safer than air. Okay, let's go to Shags. And we drove for 4 hours. I was so tired, but we got there safely. We had a good day at the barrio. We met their family members, and I remember your mom saying that I should go with her and stay with her for some time. But again, he insisted, no, mizigo zangu ni zangu. Kila mtu na mizigo yake.
You know, sometimes we get paranoid about the journeys that we are going through, and the things that we have seen, and so you don't want to be far away from each other, because you know how the things sometimes gets to.
And you know what you are going through. So akasema mizigo yangu ni yangu, so mother wenda zako, hata mimi nipe mizigo yangu back to Nairobi. And in the car we had his cousins, because the barrel was on his, it was your cousin,
our uncle.
Your uncle. So we came back with the cousins, and now coming back, we drove well all the way. After we got to Thika Super Highway.
Just when we are about now a matter of 20 to 30 minutes to get home, we found that there were some stalled cars ahead of us.
Zile zinakonga zimeharibikia kwa highway.
Yeah. So I noticed them, and so I tried to slow down to avoid heading on them.
Yeah.
And then somebody was at his speed.
And he was driving a heavy machine.
Yeah.
Than us. Hey! Let me tell you guys, God will always be God. I remember, and guys, mind you, at this time I was 30 weeks pregnant.
Yeah.
I was turning 30 on. Yeah, I was 30. I remember.
30 weeks.
I was 30 weeks pregnant. And I remember the sound of that bang up to date. I was sitting next to him, the passenger side. He was the driver, and my belt was on, I remember.
Yeah, you had your belt
and he
on.
kept on insisting. And I was like, okay, acha nikusikize, nifunge belt for once. But you know, when you're pregnant, sometimes you have to keep holding on the belt.
Yeah, you're uncomfortable.
So that you cannot even do anything to the baby. And I remember you controlled, because when I mean, when gari ziko mbele, I was like, actually, you're going to hit that guy. And you're like, I'm not going to hit you. Just cool it down. Na ukafanya hesabu zako vizuri. And you give the car the gap, I remember.
Yeah.
Na ukasimama ndio ujue venye utatani kando. But little did we know,
there's somebody else who was behind us and who hadn't kept the distance.
Yes.
And he didn't have it in mind that anything can happen.
Hakufanya hesabu zake vizuri, I guess. Hakuwa anaona tuna slow ama umekanyangata emergency brake cause ulieka ile hazard.
Yeah.
Emergency.
And
the bang. I remember the bang, and I was pushed up. Nikarudishwa kwa kiti. And now what hit me was what happened to my baby. And I remember I panicked, I screamed, I cried. I remember that very well. And now when the car, I guess they stood, what happened? They parked.
They just, when they hit us, okay, the best thing that he didn't run away.
Yeah.
And his car got a serious damage. It couldn't go from that point.
Yeah.
So he had to stop. And we had now to evaluate how everything was, how the accident, how the damage was.
And that man was surprised to see a pregnant woman leaving the car he just hit at the back. And all they could shout is, take her to the hospital. And this time all I wanted was to go. First we called our gyna.
Yeah.
And then we told him what had happened. And he said, as long as she was seated,
yeah,
mtoto hawezi fanya kitu.
And
Akauliza
the
airbags
are
if the airbags were intact, he said that the baby, most likely the baby is safe. Because ameruka, in the kuna hiyo maji.
Yeah.
Akasema ameruka tu, yes, amemove kwa maji, but there's nothing that will happen to the baby. Yeah. But we need to stay in the hospital immediately, just have a scan and see what had happened. And that was it. And guys, I guess, hey, yes, that had a great impact on what happened later. Going on to our birth story, and all we can say up to that point is that God is our God is a God who is a God for the living.
Yeah, and He answers prayers.
Na Mungu wetu, if you don't know our God, you should come, we give you a secret and start praying to our God, because Mungu wetu ni ule mso. What we can say, there's nothing else we can say. When you remember that day, the whole issue, the way it was, let's even continue this story next. In part 2, let's have now what happened after the accident.
Yeah.
On to our bad story. Amma, what do you think?
Yeah. Guys, there's more on that accident. There's more on that story.
Yeah.
So stay tuned for it.
But a disclaimer, I have a baby here. He's sleeping. So guys, I hope you watched this video. I hope you have watched. If you are here, you have watched already.
Yeah.
And let's tell you that every step of the way in our pregnancy journey was a miracle.
The number
From
of
conception,
scans,
scans,
the number of visits.
Jesus.
Even the nurses were like, you again.
Ati walikuwa niuliza, Esther mtoto wako amekufanyisha PE? I guess people are supposed to do, I guess, three scans when they are pregnant or 4.
Yeah.
But we did more than 20 scans.
We did more scans.
We did more than 20 scans and the visits to the doctor. Like, and now these are that weeks has happened again. And we have like 12 weeks to 42 weeks. We didn't know what to do.
So guys, you are going to listen to that story and watch that story.
Let's continue in part 2, guys. Thank you.